In this video, we're going to dive a bit deeper to learn more about working in the canvas to build the model logic. We'll start by learning how to use groups to organize and design the core model elements. First, let's show the canvas. The canvas shows all of the model logic, regardless of which view you're in. If I want it full screen, I can actually hide the table, which is great when working primarily on building the model logic. There are a few different elements that are used to represent parts of the model. The first thing we see is this gray rectangular element. It's called a group. Groups are a lot like folders on your desktop that help organize files. In Logica, groups organize the model logic. When a group is collapsed, kind of like a closed folder, it will show up dark gray. To expand it, just double-click on it. The contents will be displayed, similar to viewing the files inside of a folder. In this template, there's another level of groups that are now visible. Groups can actually be nested, similar to how you can have nested folders, which makes it easy to keep the model organized. Beyond organization, using groups also helps with the actual model design process. Depending on what type of model you're building, groups can be used to lay out the different parts of the model, whether it's data, reports, or other calculations. As an example, this group, called Financial Statements, contains the logic for the 3 financial statement parts of the model. Using groups to both design and organize the model helps to separate out all of the logic in a way that's easy to find, and also to collapse down when not being worked on, such as these schedules. Many times, I'll begin building a model just by laying out different groups, and that helps me think about the different components of the model before getting down into the details of all the specific logic and formulas. To help with the visual design and organization, groups have a property called layout, which is used to visualize the model in different ways that make sense to you. For example, let's select the financial statement model group. Now that I have this selected, I can see on the right side that there's a layout option called horizontal. If I change it to vertical, all of the elements inside are automatically rearranged in a vertical orientation. To switch back to horizontal, I can just select it again. To change the order of elements, just click and drag. To add a new group, come to the palette on the left and click and drag on the element with a G on it. I can then rename the group to give specific context. If I keep expanding a few more groups inside of income statement, we can now see that there's some new kinds of elements visible. This group in particular is called a component, which is just a group that contains model logic, or nodes and links, the 2 basic building blocks of all Logica models. Nodes are these blue and white elements, and links are the lines that connect them. We'll be covering all about nodes and links in the next video.